Okay, so hello, welcome back to These Coins and Banknotes, and just a quick video about the $1 coin that was issued in 1985. So this is a fairly common coin. You're going to find it in your change sooner or later. So if you use coins every day and you buy stuff, or even just once a week, at least once a month you're going to come across this coin. Now the only claim to fame with this coin is that it's the first year in which the Raphael David McAuliffe effigy was used on a $1 coin, and this is the same for the other denominations. So the 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 and 50 cent also had this coin that had this effigy. Now this is 9 grams, 25 millimeters, and it's aluminium bronze, so it's 92% copper, 6% aluminium, 2% nickel. And what we have is we have 7 segments of reading and smooth unreaded sections. So this actually protects the reading quite a bit. Although unlike the $2 coin, which has smaller readings, so the readings on the $2 coin actually protected quite well by this broad flat area. And these ones do get circulated, but it takes quite a fair bit of usage, unlike the copper and nickel coins. So these reading on the 5, 10 and 20 cent coin can actually be worn off quite readily, but it is a harder metal, and the $1 and $2 coin are actually softer. So the mintage for 1985 is 96,200,000. So for a population at the time was 15 million, that's quite a lot of coins. And it's the reason why, along with the 1984 coin, that not many coins were actually minted until 1994. Now there were some commemorative ones, but they're about 20 million each, roughly. That's just rough. Okay, so we have a restrike in 1992 of this one of 66,789. Uncirculated coin sets, we have 170,000. So it's not as much as the 1988, but still it's enough. And there's 74,000 proof coins. Now the next year in which they issued the Mob of Ruse, and this was designed by Stuart Devlin. So he designed also the other coins. The only one he didn't design was the 2 cent, not 2 cent, the $2 coin. Yeah, so his initials are actually on all the cent coins, but his initials is not on the $1. And also the kangaroo is in various forms of walking or hopping, saltation they call it. So it is hopping in this one, and it's coming to a rest on the actual first kangaroo. So this is the first, that's the fifth. And a lot of the cards that you can find are actually on the fifth and the back of the fourth kangaroo, as well as on the mouth area of the fifth kangaroo. This one doesn't seem to have any type of errors. And also with this coin you can actually get darkening of the sides. So that probably is, we're not too sure why that is. It could be something with the production of the blanks. So they done something and it affected the actual side of the coins, planchets. Or it also could be the actual dies themselves. So there's something going on with the actual rim. But of course it's alteration of the actual coin itself. I reckon it's something to do with the metal in the actual coin. Okay, so if you wanted to buy one of these coins, we have, excluding postage, you're paying probably about $2 for a pretty good coin that's just seen minor circulation, and about $5 to $10 for a coin that's out of a coin set. So that's out of a coin set. This one looks like mint set. Look at the reading, it's actually quite good. This one says mint roll, so yeah, mint roll. Okay, they should have some damage on it because they come out of a barrel. But yeah, you see you got some scratching on that one, but they're actually pretty good. And now they do find pretty much uncirculated ones in circulation along sometimes. They could be just ones that have been sitting around and never been issued in banks and that, or they just could come out of someone's collection. I'd say most of them have been issued from bank vaults and stuff like that. Okay, mint set. You can tell the mint set ones. This one might not be a mint set though. Might be just a uncirculated one, or it has light circulation. This is a proof coin. You can tell from the frosting. Obviously, $10, really. So even the proof ones are not really worth that much. And here we have. Okay, so this is the actual darkening of the side. This also occurs on the 984. I've seen it also in 1986. And it's toning, but it might be. Another thing also is that it could be because there's a difference in the type of metal that they use. Like, even though it's 92% copper, it depends where the copper comes from. So there's different variations in copper, as well as aluminium and stuff like that, depending on where they come from. So it's not simple. Or it could be the die. So when they actually done the actual made the raised edge, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It could have affected the actual coin itself, but you can see the toning does occur on the actual coin. So basically that doesn't add any value to the actual coin. Okay, any ones, and this is what it replaced the $1 banknote with Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, and then we go down. So uncirculated ones, proof sets. So proof you're paying about $10. Uncirculated set, yeah, probably about $5-6. If you wanted to buy an uncirculated coin set, there you go. You can pick them up for about $50. That's because the 20 cent and so the 20 cent was unissued, and the 50 cent, only 1 million were issued, and the rest of the coins are all issued for circulation. So that's basically the 20 cent is what people want. Okay, we've got more, yeah, 45, 60. It's an uncirculated coins that you're paying about $50. If you wanted an uncirculated coin, just buy one of these, really. Some people cut them up. So, yeah, see, some people cut them up. Cut. And here we have, look, they're cutting that one out. They've cut the 50 cent, the 10 cent, 20 cent. Ooh, $28 for that. So these two are the ones that people want, the rest of them, not really. Okay, and just for fun, here we have minimum wages, and it's about $4 in 1985. That's better than the $1 that it was in 1966. So if we take the minimum wage of $25 now and $4 then, divided by each other, this can buy $6.25 of goods today. So basically you can buy a bottle of Coke. Anyway, not really that valuable. So if you get in circulation, you know that person has lost at least 6 times its value. So really, $1 now can only buy about 12 cents back in 1985. Anyway, let me know what you think of this coin in this video. Actually, I like these coins. 1985 is not a bad year. Anyway. Okay, so just for fun in Australia. Okay, we had a population of about nearly 16 million. Australian year, Paul Hogan. So you should know who that guy is. Prime Minister Bob Hawke. And then we have some pretty much things that happened in Australia. So yeah, I don't think too many of them are that important. I think one of the most important ones was the protests anti-nuclear protests. Okay. And Queensland government enacts harsh anti-strike legislation. You'll probably read information about that. Blah 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 blah. Okay, Bondi Beast. Okay. Boo boo. We'll cut falling. We'll cut falling only on defence force and unemployed. Yeah, Paul Keating wasn't really. We won't talk about that. And then we got a lot of other informations. Okay, so nothing that actually stands out. Okay, John Howard become federal Liberal leader, so that was pretty important. He had a major influence on Australia and the way it is now. And then we've got a lot of other ones. So the elections are not really that, they're important, but they always occur, so they're not that important. Okay, federal government passes the Australia Act cutting the nation's last legal and constitutional ties with Britain. So this is also very important. So that's when Australia pretty much became Australia. And that's it. A lot of it is probably not, but a lot of people have forgotten about it. It doesn't have an effect now. Anyway, hope this helps you with your coin collecting. And I'll put this about what happened in that territory at that date, if there's information on it, in future videos. Thank you very much. Have an awesome coin banknote collecting time.